Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy. Last time, we explored more of the kitchen and made our way through the rest of Ghostly Galaxy. In today's episode, we're heading back into the kitchen and exploring those other 3 galaxies we have remaining. For now, you know the drill at this point. Check your mail, see that Princess Peach gives you more lives. Hot 1-ups in my area. Don't mind if I click that. I do get 20 lives from getting it. What do you mean that's a bad idea? What do you mean that's just bad spam? It'll put me on the list. As long as it gives me lives, I'll take the list. Well, someone tries to explain to Luigi why clicking every link on the internet is probably a bad idea. Let's head back into the kitchen and start exploring some of these other galaxies we have available to us, starting with this question mark one on our left. This here is Bubble Breeze Galaxy, which we had access to once we collected 19 Power Stars. Let's go ahead and fly into the galaxy. Jumping in here, Bubble Breeze has 1 star for us to collect, through the Poison Swamp. Jumping in here, our fly-in shows that the Starshroom has crashed. Oh no! I hope all the toads are okay. I don't know how they got them home, but I just hope they're okay until we can call Space Uber. That or maybe a space tow truck. Our glorious starship, the Starshroom, it crashed. I have noticed. This is very bad. Whoa! The wind sure is strong here, huh? Don't you think it'd be awesome if you could ride that wind? Yeah, I mean, looks like those bubbles are riding the wind, so maybe a bubble can get the job done. This is a poisonous swamp. If you fall in there, you're done for. Watch yourself in the poisonous swamp. Yeah, it sounds like if we touch the stuff at all, we instantly die, so you do yourself a favor and don't touch the goop. I don't want to fall in. Yo, same. I think I broke my bubble bone. Where is your bubble bone, sir? I don't even know if you know what that even is. If that even is real. Hey, before you ride any bubbles, let yours truly, Billboard, bend your ears for a sec. You can move around your bubble by holding down A, but do it while your pointer is blowing on the bubble. Either way, when you're playing in handheld mode, don't forget you can blow air by tapping. If you go too far to one side, use the pointer to blow on the other side. Interesting, so this is a new mechanic for us, a bubble. Jump in the bubble and now we can use our pointer to push around the bubble with our pointer, which is really interesting. Now, using this bubble, we can now fly around the area here and collect ourselves some star chips. One thing to note is that when you're in a bubble, you cannot shoot any star bits out, so we're just strictly using the pointer just to move around Luigi at this point. But at this point in time, we already got ourselves 4 of the 5 star chips, and our final one is right over here on our left. Gotta be very careful though because of these spike bombs. They're in a very bad spot. I'll take my time because one wrong move and anything can pop this bubble. And if we pop it above poison, oh, you can already imagine how bad that would be. Hey, I forgot to tell you something. So if you get in a bubble and you want to get back to the surface, just press ZL to get down. Oh yeah, and if you get pinched between moving obstacles, that big bubble's gonna burst. So watch out. Interesting, so anytime you want to get out of the bubble, just ground pound. There are actually some situations where you do want to pop the bubble and get back on solid ground. I don't recommend doing it above poison. That's the fastest way to die. So just take your hands off of the ZL button. Don't even have it near the button at this point. Grab ourselves this question mark coin, which will spawn a bunch of star bits. Don't mind if I do. Gonna grab all those, make a nice 96. There's 4 more, and we'll get ourselves another 1-up. Gonna grab me some coins here. Maybe there's enough coins here in this level for us to actually get a 1-up from coins. And if that's the case, that'll be another life to add to our arsenal. This level's being very generous with the lives, I've noticed. I hope that's not a bad sign. This wall can move any faster, I can get around it. Come on. There we go. East, half for experts only. South, shortcut. Why would you take the east then? That does not sound like it's very much of a good idea. You know what, we're taking it. That's right, Luigi's a rebel. Just enough coins for us to get a 1-up, so that was a good idea. Now going here to the east side, as the name was described, it's more of an expert path, because here we get a bunch of coins. Really wasn't that hard to do, and in fact, didn't save us any time at all, but gave us an extra life, so wasn't a bad idea going that way at all. I'm fine with it. Down here, grabbing this question mark coin, which will spawn a bunch of coins in this area. And here, we can touch this wall, and now we can continue moving forward. I do see that 1-up I want to actually go back for. And at this point, I'll go ahead and do so, because I was making sure those coins weren't going to despawn. Grab me this life and get out of that section before we get popped, because that'd be really bad. And be very careful around here, because again, one wrong move, we pop, we dead. Don't want that. Looks like we found ourselves where the star's located, but we can still continue moving around in this area with the bubble. So I'm actually going to explore a little bit more here. That might not be the best idea, but yeah, why not? We're here. Be very careful, but I also gotta move fast because you only have a certain amount of time to get through this door before it shuts. But if you manage to get back here, there's a lot of coins, and just enough for us to get yet another life. There's a lot of coins in this level, some of the most we've seen. And in fact, if this game had a 100 coin star, we would have easily gotten it. But now with all those coins collected, let's get this star and get out of here. Jumping back in the Bubble Breeze Galaxy real quick, as I want to demonstrate how the bubble controls work here if you're playing Super Luigi Galaxy via handheld mode on the Nintendo Switch release of Super Luigi Galaxy. So we already know from a previous outing of playing Super Luigi Galaxy via handheld mode that the pointer control doesn't work by moving around the system. Instead, you just point at the screen with your finger, and that's how you control the pointer. So by jumping into a bubble, we can see here, if we hold down on the screen handheld mode, we will have our said pointer appear, and this is how we control the bubble, by just tapping around the screen, whatever direction we want to go with our said cursor. And I'll say out all the different said extra control schemes we've had so far between the mana ray controls, the rolling ball control, and now the bubble control here. This, I feel, translates the best out of those 3 different control schemes for the handheld control of Super Luigi Galaxy, as all you do is just point at the screen. The hardest part about this is where your hand is located. That can cover up some of the things on the screen, so that will make things a little bit harder, as we can see there. But the other controls, like say ground pounding to get out of the bubble, that's still mapped to a physical button, so other than just your hand covering up the screen making things a little bit harder, everything else works pretty well here when it comes to controlling the bubble in Super Luigi Galaxy. But while we're here at the very end section of Bubble Breeze Galaxy, I want to show how you can skip this entire ending section of the level. And to do that, let's go ahead and dock our Switch so we can actually see this via TV mode. So back here on TV mode, at the very end of Bubble Breeze Galaxy here, we can go ahead and just backflip onto this wall, because this wall actually has some invisible floor you can stand on for whatever reason. Normally, these walls have a pretty high hitbox to a point where you can't get out of the said wall area. And even if you can, there's no floor normally, but this is that rare exception. While we're here, we can walk around and actually long jump over to where the star is located, skipping the second half of Bubble Breeze Galaxy. So yeah, that's a pretty big sequence break, and that saves you a lot of time here. But that's how you control the bubble here in Super Luigi Galaxy via handheld mode, along with a massive skip at the end of Bubble Breeze Galaxy. Man, Bubble Breeze is such an interesting galaxy. Lots of cool stuff you can do with the bubble. At the same time, it can be kind of awkward to control if you're on the touchscreen. But to be fair, anything in handheld mode in Super Luigi Galaxy becomes kind of awkward. That is kind of this game's motto on the Nintendo Switch. New chapter's been added to the storybook. More story for us to read in Rosalina's story. We're gonna go back into the kitchen though, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and select this other question mark galaxy. This here is Buoy Base Galaxy. This we have access to once we collect 30 power stars and also complete the Sunken Treasure mission. Oddly specific, but you know what? We have access to it now because we have both of those criteria met. Let's go ahead and fly into the galaxy. Here we got ourselves 1 star to collect, the Floating Fortress. Jumping in, we can see that this, yeah, it's definitely a big fortress. We go all the way to the top. There's something up here probably for us. We're gonna wanna climb all the way to the top of this area. This here is a floating fortress. We call it Buoy Base. But nobody's using it now, so we're just here for upkeep. Welcome to Buoy Base. Guess what would happen if we blew up that underwater weight? Come on, yes! Give up? That tower in the middle of the water would float right up to the surface. Well, that's good to know, because guess where I need to go? Up Buoy Base. I'm gonna blow up this said weight down here. And to do so, I'm gonna use me a new enemy, Torpedo Bill. It's essentially the same as a Bullet Bill, except it's a torpedo, so, same function. Homing onto Luigi, in this case, I'm gonna use him to blow open this container with the weight, which will destroy it instantly. By destroying the weight, now all the platforms rise straight up, and we can use these said platforms to start climbing around on Buoy Base itself. I got other enemies down here as well. We got ourselves some bloopers, which are a staple in Mario and Luigi games, but not really a thing we have to deal with, thankfully. So let's just go ahead and start climbing up Buoy Base. We got ourselves a question mark block, break that open, get ourselves a bunch of star bits. These yellow platforms, they do sink when you step on them. That is something to note. I did see something outside of the rim here, Buoy Base, though. I see some launch stars out here. And also another guy just kind of sitting on the edge. It's very interesting. Let me go over here very carefully, mind you, and talk to this robot. So, there's a plane at the top of the tower? How do you get up there? Well, simply put, by climbing the tower. Easy. That's what we're gonna be doing. There's a lot of sling stars out here. Take any of the sling stars on the outer rim of Buoy Base, they'll send you right back over to the center platform area that we were working our way towards before. So, nothing really out on the rim of Buoy Base, outside of some extra flavor text, but if you get stuck out there, at least they thought of you. Oh, Octogoomba, come on, man. Get out of here, you pink Octogoomba. Simple, I just ground pound your head. Same for your friend. Home and ground pound your best friend, too, because that's an easy kill. Okay, that's what I get for making fun of the Octogoombas. Guess I deserve it. Getting caught in any of the bubbles there, as you see, they send you all the way down to the very bottom of Buoy Base. So it's very punishing if you get caught by any of these bubbles. You can break out of a bubble by doing your spin, but once you're launched, the damage has already been done. You're gonna wanna avoid these bubbles at all costs. They just cost you a lot of time. So instead of going all the way back around like I was doing, I can actually just skip to the end of the said platforming challenge by just doing a simple little spin jump. The game really does not want me to take shortcuts, doesn't it? Every time I try to do something special, like, I don't know, platform, bubble has to appear. These bubbles are my worst enemy. Careful not to get pushed off the side, too, by this said angry-looking wall thwomp. At least it looks like a thwomp in my eyes. Who left those water shooters on? Hey, would you get that valve over there and twist and turn them off? Oh, that's how we turn them off. Oh, thank goodness. We gotta turn them off immediately so we don't get knocked off the platform again. By doing that, we reveal a top man. This top man, we can jump on his head, and using that said head, we can gain some air and twirl around. Here we got ourselves a blue screw. Screw that down. And now all these platforms in the center are going to start to move around. And that's also going to reveal ourselves a blue star chip. So we know what's here based on that star chip. But all these, there'll be some pole stars for us to use. So let's collect them all. And now I'm just going to platform up. Use my top man here again. Excuse me, I'm trying to jump on your head. Thank you very much. Jump over here, grab me some star bits in this question mark block. Thank you very much. I do see a star chip right above this Thwomp's head, so I'm gonna grab that. That makes 2. Careful not to get zapped. Also not to fall the entire distance down. That perception in this stage can be a little much at times, I will admit. But also, sometimes just trying to jump around this area, you don't have that much footing, so it's very easy to fall off. So you gotta be very, very careful with your movement. Doing a spin in midair is a really helpful thing to do because it can correct your movement in air, but it's not the end-all be-all solution. So you do have to just keep in mind where you're located in relation to the floor, because it's very easy to fall in this section. I'm just not going to sugarcoat it. You will fall a lot. That's our final star chip up above this spring head, man. So I'm going to use this said pole star and pull my way up to this top planetoid. And now we want to run all the way to the other side of this planet. Very careful not to get hit by any of these shockwaves, but over here's a screw. Pull off that said screw, and we open the said planetoid up like a Pokeball. And here, we got ourselves a bunch of star bits, but more importantly, we got ourselves a power star right in the middle of the planet. Let's go ahead and grab this star and get out of here. Man, that was more tricky than I thought. Buoy base is very narrow. They should call it narrow base. Not much footing. I noticed we didn't get a galaxy complete message there. That's very unusual. As these little side-off galaxies and domes, they normally only have one mission. As we can see here in Bubble Breeze, only 1 star and we complete the whole galaxy. But we can see here in Buoy base, there's actually a 2nd star. And there's a star here you have not collected. That's an extra in a mission you've already played. It'll show up as a question mark, but this one's a green question mark. I wonder what that means. Let's head back in the Buoy base and find out. So jumping in, let's just select the same floating fortress mission. Instead of climbing the fortress, this time around, let's just jump straight into the water and explore down here. Because right off the bat, I do see a warp pipe down here. Maybe that'll take us somewhere new. I'm gonna just let this torpedo bill lock onto me, and we're gonna hide behind the cage here where the said warp pipe is located. Break it open, and now we have access to this warp pipe, which also has a little funnel function to it. Get nearby, and you'll be sucked right on in. I see a star right there, so sure enough, there's the star that we need to collect. That's the extra. Be very careful. That's just coins. I'm just gonna ignore those. We got ourselves a lot of bullet bills around here. They're all homing in on me. I wonder which one's actually gonna survive. The answer is none of them. Good to know. These here are Goombas with a fortified helmet, so you can't jump on their heads. Instead, you actually have to use your spin attack to knock them over onto their heads, and then you can stomp on their undersides. That's how you kill them. Well, let's take these said bullets and lead them over in such a way that that doesn't happen. Okay, 3rd time's the charm, please. I want to take at least 1 bill with me. Just 1, not 2. That's why we don't want 2. This is really awkward because of how many bills are near each other here. I just want 1 block onto me, but unfortunately these 2 are close enough to each other that we're just gonna get 2 bills, no matter what. So we're gonna have to find a different way of doing this. If we can get 1 of these to blow up earlier, that would be ideal. I don't think they want to. Maybe we get another bill. The answer is no. I want to be very careful when we're jumping around here, though, because we can actually fall back down to where we were before. And if we fall back into the water, we'll have to take the warp pipe back up. So let's not do that. There we go. We got 1 bullet bill targeting me, and then 2 more following it. Maybe 1 of these bullet bills will survive. The answer is none. Let's just take this bullet bill. We did it. We got 1 bullet bill. The real mission is now complete. Now for the extra side objective, collecting the power star. This one's different. It's green. This is our first green star we found. It matches me, Luigi. This is my star. For collecting the green star in Buoy Base, we're taken back to where Rosalina is located here in the Comet Observatory. So maybe she will know what this said green star is, because it's definitely different compared to the other power stars we found so far. You rescued a green power star. These stars have a special power. Ask the green Lumas about them. After all, they will transform into green power stars someday. Green power stars, you say? That is very different. Interesting. We should probably talk to him, but before we talk to the green Luma, we have a letter from me, Luigi. Bro, I got a star, but now I can't get back. Picture shows where I am. Help me! From Luigi. Where is that place? Looks familiar, but then again, let me give you this picture so you won't forget where Luigi is. Alright, so at this point, we have another location. That looks like it's Battle Rock Galaxy. So we'll head back over to the fountain before we go back to the kitchen. Before we do any of that, though, I want to talk to this green Luma. Thank you for helping me. I am a guardian of the Trio Galaxies. To restore the doorway, we will need the power of 2 others like me. Interesting, so we find 2 other green stars. This said Trio Galaxies launch star will we activate, and then we'll be able to go to the Trio Galaxies. That's very interesting, but for now, let's head back over to the fountain and go into Battle Rock to save, well, the other me. Let's go ahead and use this pole star, go over the Battle Rock, and now we can see there's another star available, and it looks like it could be another green star based on the green question mark. So let's fly back in the Battle Rock. Here back at Battle Rock, we need to select the Battle Rock Barrage mission, as that is where Luigi's located. Gonna skip all that intro stuff. We don't really care at this point. We've seen the set song and dance. We know what's here. Luigi. That's who's here. Gonna need to grab me these said star chips. And unfortunately for our sake, Luigi is located right next to the power star that's in this said mission. So you're essentially replaying the entire first mission here of Battle Rock Galaxy to get to where Luigi is located. So let's just get over there in a hurry. Over to where the main power star is located here in this mission, but also where I'm located. Don't worry, Luigi. Luigi's here to save you. Let's go ahead and grab one of these bullet bills and lead it over to where Luigi's all caged in. So we got a 1-up down here we didn't see our first time around this section of Battle Rock Galaxy. So we could break that open if we wanted the 1-up, but I'll leave that caged up. For now, let's help me. I thought I'd go nuts in there. Tried to save me sooner next time, me. Oh, I'm sorry. Is me having a problem with me? Yeah, you want this power star, right? Tell Rosalina I found this one. Yeah. Oh, this is easy enough. All we gotta do is tell Rosalina Luigi found the green one. The power star is mine! You know, she won't understand what Luigi collect the power star when we say Luigi got it. She'll believe it's the real Luigi. So let's go ahead and grab this star and get out of here. With that, that's all we're going to be doing for now in Battle Rock Galaxy. Luigi's done with his time there in Battle Rock. Both of them at that. So, now we can head back over to the fountain and finish business there. For now, let's go ahead and save our game. And check in with Luigi real quick to see if he's going to be going out to any more galaxies anytime soon. Nice jump. I was actually gonna miss that for a second. The camera could be deceptive. Hey, would you look at that? We got another green Luma back. The trial galaxies are galaxies on the very edges of the universe. They are worlds that defy all sense, imagination, and limitations. Interesting. Huh? What are those Lumas even talking about? Trials? Restoring a door? Maybe it has something to do with galaxies you can't see in domes. All the above, Toad. All the above. Finding power stars is harder work than I thought. But if I don't give my all, the universe will fall into Bowser's claws. So it sounds like for now, Luigi is tapped out, so this Luigi's gotta go back and do more work. So we got one more thing left to do. Back over in the kitchen, we can see that one new galaxy there that we have not explored yet. So that's the one we're gonna be going to and finishing up our time here in the kitchen. And we know what galaxy that is. The last one remaining is the enemy stronghold. So, real quick, before we head back into the kitchen, I want to talk about the dialogue difference with Luigi here back in Battle Rock if you were playing as Mario in Super Mario Galaxy. Wow, I thought I'd go crazy in there. Try to save me sooner next time, bro. Yeah, you want this power star, right? Only if you tell Rosalina I found this one. So, essentially here the dialogue is basically the same, except Luigi acknowledges Mario as his brother instead of himself trying to save himself. Let's go ahead, jump back into the kitchen, and go over to the enemy base. Only need 23 stars to get here. We have 20 more than that. Jumping in, let's go to Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada. Here at Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada, we have one grand star to collect, sinking the airships. Jumping in, sinking the airships is a pretty accurate name as we see a lot of airships in this big old spacey region. No planets in sight, but plenty of black holes. Watch your footing. You won't be drifting around in space for all of eternity if you fall here. You'll be falling into a black hole. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some star bits here. Be very careful not to get killed by any of these Akumbas, but we can use them to get us a bunch of star bits early on, which is always nice. Gonna stomp on that one's head and ignore this guy, because someone's gotta tell the tale to the captain. Here, we're gonna be very careful with our aim and shoot our way over to where this pole star is located, as we can grab the pole star midair and save ourselves from falling into the great abyss. Well, I guess at that point we'll just be flying more in space. I don't know if it's really much of a bad thing, but either way, we don't want to do it. Here, we're gonna wait until these bullet bills pass, and then we'll shoot over to this pole star. Here, I'm just gonna ground pound straight down, which kills that Wiggler instantly. You didn't even get to see it coming. I do see a shopkeep Luma here, so I'm gonna grab me some more star bits real quick before I talk to such shopkeep. Luigi, I know you want to show how you can climb the pole, but not now. Luigi, you finally made it. I was starting to worry. You're finally here. Oh, man. I don't know what that old man means. Is that a sigh of relief or just disappointed that now you're gonna take a backseat? For now, though, let's talk to the said shopkeep and let's buy us a life shroom. All right, now fill me up with the exact change. Oh, so full. Now I'm feeling great, so here I go. Transform! Thank you for the said life shroom. I will be taking that and making my said departure onto this said bug's back. I was almost gonna say forehead, but nah, it's the back. If I stomped on his forehead, that'd be more painful. Got a one up here. Also got a spider just in the middle. Just ignore him. He won't really do anything to you. Oh, that was a little too close. We could have got knocked off the said ship here. Don't want to be knocked off the ship because we'll fall into space. Careful to said Magic Koopa here, but I'll stomp on your head and get me your said coin. Let's jump up to the ship and confirm confront Bowser Jr. You just don't give up. Fine then, I guess I'll just whoop you myself. You want this Grand Star so bad, you're gonna have to take it from me. So here we go, our fight against Bowser Jr. begins. In this fight, we'll be using these Koopas just walking around and just throwing them at the said ship in question. But notice how now, after a while, Bowser Jr. will also throw bullet bills at us too. So we got some homing attacks here that we gotta worry about. Careful of the homing shot. Sonic's friends would definitely love the wary of that. We played Sonic Generations, you know. If we jump up here and actually bait one of the bullet bills to this direction, there's actually a one-up here in this container. So you can get yourself an extra life here if you need it for the fight. I don't really recommend going for it, but hey, it is there if you need it. 3 hits in, and Bowser Jr. is getting mad. So mad, in fact, he's changing up his battle strategy. And now, he's gonna start shooting fireballs from the front of his ship. You're gonna be very careful of the fireballs, but thankfully, this is not as bad as the bullet bills, in my opinion, as the bullet bills home in on you. The fireballs do not. 2 more hits on the Bowser Jr., and then he's gonna call it quits. It seems like he's all talk and no walk. As soon as he gets into trouble, he leaves in a hurry. With that, that's Bowser Jr. defeated, and now his Grand Star is ours. Another Grand Star collected means another dome available to us. This time around looks like a dome in the far back. Hey, look at that. We discovered a total of 5 galaxies. Needless to say, this next dome, we have options. Thanks to you and your friends, all of the domes on the lower level are working again. Once the engine room on the upper level has power, the whole observatory will be working. Then the common observatory will fly as a starship once again. And you will be able to fly to your special one in the center of the universe. One step closer to getting the common observatory back in working order and being able to fly to the center of the universe. And now we unlocked a brand new dome in the back. If we go all the way to our perch point here, we can see this new dome is called the bedroom. So now with the bedroom unlocked, we have 5 new galaxies we can explore, and we'll be exploring those said galaxies in the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy, we'll be heading over into the bedroom and exploring the new galaxies located in that dome. I'll see you guys next time.